real truth about the massive demonetization? The leftists consider Trump supporting YouTube channels as fake news and are trying to censor you because these huge multi-billion-dollar corporations lost a lot of money for the Clinton campaign and the mainstream media. So here we go with some of the corporations I will mention with my honest opinion. So we got Walmart. Well, no fucking surprise on that one. A company that treats employees like shit by underpaying them and forcing them to work on Thanksgiving. And those employees don't get paid to work that day, and it's sick they can get away with doing that, and it's funny how there are websites that praise shoplifting from Walmart. McDonald's, that's another one, doesn't surprise me. Low-paying job, forced to be on welfare and food stamps despite you being employed to be their underpaid slave, while feeding people that nasty-ass pink slime shit they use to make everything that's Mick bullshit. Pepsi company, I like Coca-Cola anyway. Coca-Cola, well, I retract my last statement. I like tap water. Target, another retail giant that pays other employees, and one employee who knows the amazing atheist once said that the person wishes the Target would burn down. Starbucks. Well, looks like I'm not getting coffee. Verizon, well, fuck them anyway, even if they didn't do that. AT&T, another shitty phone company. Spectrum Cable. Well, looks like I'm gonna take over Capital tonight twice as hard. Comcast, oh nice, a shitty cable company infamous for bad customer service. Fox. Well, who cares? General Motors, well, how are you going to advertise Transformers The Last Night now other than the TV, which no one really watches anymore? Dish Network, Dan, looks like you might as well just not have a TV anymore. So the list goes on, so here's my viewpoints on this. Democratic supporting CEOs are showing their true colors, because Hillary lost and this is just the United States. The UK had went through a referendum on whether they should stay or leave the European Union. They chose to leave. British corporations did the same stunt, and French corporations will do the same if Marine Le Pen wins France. Because how dare France elects a woman who wants France to leave the European Union, and how dare other European nations want to do the same? Well, maybe if the European Union wasn't letting in people who worship a terrorist religion, and letting these terrorists live in the West because the EU forces them to abide by this. In which places like Sweden, women who aren't a part of that terrorist cult known as Islam are raped every day by the terrorists. Oh, speaking of the terrorist religion in Canada, you can now go to jail for being anti-Muslim. That's absolute bullshit, and the left must lose control in Canada. And of course a Muslim attacked London, and that no good piece of shit Sadiq Khan makes up an excuse to protect his fellow ISIS terrorist thugs. And these leftist corporations want videos like mine censored because the left doesn't want independent media. Well, too bad. We refuse to support you. In fact, these corporations need to feel the sting from the consumer. To all these corporations, you don't own us and never will. This is Dan signing off.
Welcome to Capital Tonight. No, Dan, what are you doing here?
If I were you, I'd shut the fuck up right the fuck now.
This is
Don't you
bullshit.
even
Stop
say a
taking
damn
over
thing.
my show.
Spectrum pulled
Get the fuck out of
advertisements from
here.
YouTube because Hillary
I'm tired
lost.
of this.
Now you intolerant
Fuck you.
left want revenge.
Where's the
We consider
security?
your bullshit. Take responsibility for yourselves. Mainstream media is dying, and my channel is thriving. Yeah, I only got 10 subscribers. But who cares? You know what time it is.
What the fuck are you doing here, Dan?
I found
This
you,
is
fucker,
bullshit.
now
Get
it's
out
your
of here.
turn. No,
I
it's
will never
not
forget
bullshit
when
that
you
I'm
made
here
me
and
say
that shit I
reporter
did. The
dictate
teleprompter was
Or
funny.
when you tried
because
to
you were
mimic that
dumb
scene
enough
from
to read
Bruce
it
Almighty
because I
to
know
get
it's
Evan
funny
fired
to
by
interfere
fucking
with the
around
show.
with the teleprompter,
And
and you
since
will
you
forever
mentioned
piss
me
me off
fucking
doing
with the
that, asshole.
teleprompter and how it pisses you off even more, I'm gonna fuck around with the teleprompter even more. Since I couldn't get under your skin. You really should consider seeing a dermatologist for those pimples, especially that huge infected purple one.